Farris.
Speaker, I'm going to speak very briefly on this. The non-payment of child maintenance is an issue that disproportionately affects women who are more than 90% of single parents. But more importantly, it's a principal driver in child poverty. Victoria Benson, the chief executive of the single parent charity Gingerbread, said, "Research shows that 60% of single parent families are living in poverty and who live in poverty are not receiving child maintenance. And if they were, they would be able to escape the poverty trap. Parents have a legal and moral duty to contribute to their child's upbringing, whether they live with them or not, and where this money isn't paid willingly, the CMS needs to step in." And I know that the CMS does its very best, but when you look at the statistics for the quarter ending June of this year, in the collect and pay service, it remains the case that more than a third, 36%, paid no maintenance at all, and only 44% of all the people using the collect and pay service paid 90% or more of the child maintenance that was owed. And so it creates a huge poverty kind of hole through which some of the most vulnerable families in this country are falling again and again. Now, I know my right honourable friend, good friend, the member for Stroud, has set out beautifully all the mechanisms that exist, but there is a persistent problem with the length of time it takes for these to be activated. The National Audit Office report from this year said it can take years before payments are made to receiving parents if the paying parent refuses to comply. And this is certainly something that was echoed when I visited the family centre at Hungerford Nursery in my constituency, which deals with vulnerable families. And I have to say, in every single case, it was a woman that I met, and without exception, they were entitled to child maintenance payments, but they were not receiving them. I heard really grim anecdotes, actually, about one woman who tried to enforce, and she had hit a wall because her former partner was still paying off a car loan that apparently took priority over what was owed to his children. I don't know whether that was the case or not, but certainly that was the perception, and there was also a sense that there was really no point in pursuing it any further. Even if that was a perception, it is to some extent mirrored by the conclusions of a recent Mumsnet survey, which has illustrated the despondency with which some parents view the current system. 83% of respondents told Mumsnet that they never expect to receive what they're owed in arrears, and 9 out of 10 respondents said they thought it was too easy for their former partners to evade paying child maintenance. So I welcome any bill that will give the CMS more teeth, in this bill through liability orders, and particularly to reduce the weight that families face to get the money to which they're properly entitled.